All right, so 2 weeks ago, I got something in it was this. It was the iPhone 12 Pro. Absolutely wonderful phone. Tons of fun to use. I adore it, actually. I love using this thing. However, I didn't get it from Apple. I got it from a company named Freedom Mobile. Freedom Mobile is the fourth carrier in Canada, and they didn't send it to me. It was more like I bought it and then they sent it to me and I signed a 2-year agreement with them. And the reason why I signed a 2-year agreement with them was that they weren't doing some type of leasing program where you have to give the phone back, you get to keep the phone, and there was also like $330, $400 off on the phone, which like made sense mathematically or financially to like sign with them as opposed to just buying the phone outright and just like doing the whole dance around the Apple Store or whatever. So I am 100% sure I am the most qualified person on the internet, probably not, but maybe on YouTube, to answer this question. Is this phone any good on Freedom Mobile's network? And I've been testing it for the last 2 weeks, and I have come to a number of conclusions, which you may want to hear, or if you're not interested in Freedom Mobile at all, then watch this video anyway and decide then. So here we go. So if you're like new to the Freedom Mobile, you've never heard of Freedom Mobile before, or if you're planning to come to Canada and you're like looking, oh, what's a nice mobile provider? Freedom Mobile is probably the lowest on the list of mobile providers, simply because we have like this big oligopoly, which I think is a word, and they all kind of like work together to increase mobile prices here in Canada. And then Freedom Mobile is like the outsider, which is the scrappy underdog, the outsider that's looking to break up this oligopoly. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that word right, oligopoly. The other three providers have wonderful networks. They're Canada-wide, you can go anywhere you want, you still have service. Freedom, not so much. Freedom Mobile is notorious for having a very terrible and very limited network. You might not have great quality service at home. So right now, even though I'm living in a condo right now on a super high floor, I have 1 bar of service on my phone. There's not even anything. Here, I'll show you. Why do I have 4 bars of service right now? What the heck's going on? Why is things never how... Let's try a speed test right now since I have it at full bars. Speed test, where are we at? That is like literally a new development from today. No, now we're back down to 1 bar of service. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so the reason why I'm talking about home is that there is this new service. I'm not particularly sure if it's on every phone, but it is available on all iPhones. It's something called Wi-Fi calling. And when you're on Wi-Fi calling, like you get service at home, no problem. So this is meant to alleviate, if you don't have any service at home, as long as you have Wi-Fi at home, you still should be able to get full reception. You should be able to still use your Wi-Fi, and that should not be an issue. Number 2, so there's actually now newer technologies on all new phones. So all the recent iPhones and all the recent like Android phones lately have something called dual SIMs. In the iPhone, they have something called an eSIM, which is an electronic SIM card in the phone, but it also has a physical SIM card tray that you can use as well. And because this has 2 different SIM card things available at the same time, what you can do is you can sign up for Freedom Mobile, which is what I've done on my eSIM on this phone. And when I'm traveling, I can put a physical SIM card from another provider, let's say Orange in Spain, or Orange in France, or NT or Docomo in Japan, and you'll be able to have both services on this phone. Now, the other way how you can play with this is, let's say you have a super cheap plan in Freedom Mobile. Like, I've heard of plans that are like $50, you get crazy amounts of data, unlimited calling nationwide, but Freedom Mobile's network, not particularly great outside of like cities. With the second SIM card tray, a physical SIM card tray, you can actually go to Fido, Rogers, Bell, Telus, Virgin, or any one of the other providers and use their iPad plans. They have iPad plans for phones, for iPads. They're usually like super cheap, like $10 for, 4 gigs, 5 gigs. I don't know, I haven't seen it in a while. But you stick that in your phone, and now you have nationwide data alongside Freedom's data, and you are now free to you just wonder as much as you want, because now you have data from both provider networks for perhaps a cheaper price than just signing up for Bell, Rogers, whatever. For me, like, I've never had reception with Freedom Mobile in IKEA. I have 3G service here in IKEA. I never have service here in IKEA. It's really dumb. They should work on improving the service here. Parent company, which is now Shaw Communications, they do have ambitions to make this network go nationwide. They're just not there yet. And when you're going on Freedom Mobile's network, you're actually making a bet that as long as you go in and go with the plans today, they're going to honor those plans in the future, one. And two, as their network continues to improve, things are going to be better as things move on. In fact, we're just on the cusp of a brand new network that Freedom or Shaw Communications is just about to launch, and that has everything to do with 5G. It's just that I know that they have 5G coming up because I've seen the marketing material for it on Google, but they haven't launched it yet. So I don't have any information about that in this review, but I will in the next review whenever they launch the 5G service in Toronto. So this is basically all you need to know about LTE on Freedom Mobile Network. If you're on LTE, you probably have enough speed or bandwidth in order to get through whatever you're doing. It's perfectly fine. I don't notice any problems with the LTE network when you're on Freedom Mobile's network. It's when you hit a dead zone with the LTE and it switches on to 3G. Once you hit into 3G areas, they are never going to improve the 3G service because, you know, there's no reason to improve the 3G service. So when you're on 3G, there's no data. And it's just, or if you do have data, it's at 1 megabits per second. And I'm in a forest that's up in Richmond Hill. It's beside a road. And it says right now to have 3 bars of service. So we're going to do a little bit of a speed test.
There's nothing going on.
There's nothing going on. So if I was considering moving to Freedom Mobile's network, I would highly recommend you get a prepaid SIM, test out the network on your phone first, see if there's any dead zones in your area, and make a decision there. If there's LTE everywhere, then you're probably fine. If there's not, then maybe you want to reconsider. As far as the difference between this phone, the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 8 Plus, I have not noticed any significant difference in terms of cell phone reception. Like the dead zones are the same between this and my iPhone 8 Plus. There hasn't been any significant improvements, any significant speed difference either. Yeah, it is what it is. I think these are running the same cell phone antennas, and until 5G gets launched in Canada, that's when we're going to see the major improvements in terms of cell phone speed, reception, all that other jazz. So that's Freedom Mobile in a nutshell. Basically, they're still the underdog in the wireless market here in Canada. Their network still isn't as good as the 3 other players, the 3 other major players, Rogers, Bell, TELUS. However, 5G is coming, and I know that 5G is a new opportunity for Freedom to like relaunch their network, because we know that I know that I've seen the marketing material for Freedom Mobile's 5G network on their website. They just haven't launched anything yet. So here's hoping that they do a great job with the network and things significantly change once they turn it on. That said, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, so until that happens, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about Freedom Mobile, leave it down below in the comments section, and until next time, I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace. So I definitely like re-signed a contract with these guys. It's just that I just don't think this is going to work for everybody.